Hey everyone, it's Ezi Magbegor. I'm currently a rookie for the Seattle Storm, and I'm going to be doing a live video with LJ Lauren Jackson today. So we're just going to wait for LJ to jump on. Um, Alright, so LJ's just joining on now. Just waiting for it to.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thanks for joining my live video.
Oh, no
How's
worries,
everything going?
mate.
Pardon?
I'm just trying to figure out what the best way to look and
No,
be
that's
is.
okay.
Anyway. Yeah, good. How are you? How's life over in the Wubble going, or whatever you call it?
It's good so far. We've been here for a week already. Time's gone super quickly already. But we're 4 days into training camp, so we've had 3 pretty strong days and a bit of a recovery day today. But it's been pretty good. It's a different experience at the moment, but I mean, everyone's in the same situation, so it's good. But how's everything with you? How are the boys? How are they going?
Oh, they're hard work.
Yeah.
They're daycare today, thank God. I woke up and found our freezer full of meat had been turned off, and it was all just rotting thanks to his little fingers. So I'm not really impressed with my eldest son at the moment, but yeah, I'm so lucky. I've got 2 beautiful healthy boys,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're just growing
They
far too.
are. Yeah, I can imagine. Is there one that's more interested in basketball than the other at the moment, or there?
Oh, they look, Harry wants to be better than me, but he's got no desire to pick up a basketball and actually train. So, but he's only 3, so I'll give him another year or so. After that, I'm joking. My youngest, he's going to be 3. I think he's just he can throw a ball for a 1-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mac.
Oh, look out. He's going to be great.
So that's good.
That's good.
How are you doing over there? So training, like, how's it all going?
Yeah, it's good. It's going well. I think, I'm pretty, I guess, lucky to be part of the Seattle Storm organization. I always, think that whenever I'm on court or away from the court, I'm surrounded by such like a supportive group of players, both, and coaching staff as well. So, I'm trying to find my feet a little bit during training, but, the girls do such a great job at just kind of directing me and, leading me in the right direction, which I'm super grateful for. But yeah, it's going well so far. Just a lot of learning for the newer players, and I think a lot of review for the returning players. But it's a solid team. They've kept a lot of their core group together. So yeah, I'm pretty lucky. I get to learn from some of the best and train with them every day.
Absolutely,
but yeah,
you are. You're
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely an interesting first experience.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a lag. Sorry, I keep talking then.
Oh, that's okay.
But how is it training? Are you like matching up against Brianna?
Yeah, I am. I have been a couple of sessions. Yeah, with Brie, Mercedes Russell, Crystal Langhorne, and Morgan Tuck as well. So just rotating through with them. They're all quite different players. So just I guess learning their tendencies and learning how to guard them, how to I guess play against them offensively as well. It's new. It's very physical, but I'm glad I get to train against them and kind of just prepare and play a different game for these next couple of weeks. But yeah, like what was your rookie season like? Obviously you were drafted in 2001, played for Seattle for 12 years. So what was that like?
Yeah, my first season, I remember Lynn Dunn was our coach, and I think my very first training session, right, here's the ball, there's no fouls being called, get out there, show me what you got. And it's like I've never, I think that was when I decided that I didn't want to go back to training camp ever again, because it was just too busy. Hurt. But like the difference, there is like that, the girls don't do anything to make squads and make the team.
Yeah.
And it was physically, it takes you to level in basketball. I think this is quite so exciting for you, like massive, because it's going to really it's going to enjoy the physicality and the strength of these, also because of the way they train hard every single day.
Yeah.
There, and you got to fight with them, and that's how I guess my first season I on my shoulder, and I felt I really had something to prove, and I think I might have records in technical first season, maybe, but you know, it without the WNBA, I would never say that I became so super exciting. You got the best point guard in the world to learn from, and Stewie might be the player in the world at the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Really, you got just some unbelievable people around you, which is exciting.
No, it is exciting, and yeah, like you said, playing with Sue. I saw the WNBA post that throwback of that between the legs, no look pass to you in the All-Star game. Is that something that you guys like plan before the game, or you just have to be ready for those passes? And
no, we did not plan it. I look, most All-Star the game, I was probably feeling a bit worse. I've spent the evenings leading up to it. I'm kidding. Don't do that at home. But look, knowing Sue, break, you got to expect a pass. So, always got to have your hand on that girl. But she's a bit of a, so yeah, she's very, you'll that too.
Yeah, no, it's been great to train with her already and get kind of that sort of look into what the season has ahead. But yeah, I guess what was that? So you played in the WNBL beforehand. What was that, I guess, transition from WNBL to WNBA? Was that, I guess, like hard to adjust to, or what was that like for you?
Look, I was pretty young. I think what are you, 20?
20, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So 21 this year?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so I might have been just a year younger. So I wasn't sort of but I think for me it was just the physicality, and also taking that step into professionalism, like real professionalism, and that's something was a huge learning experience. But you play night in, night out. I don't know what it's going to be like for you in where you are at the moment, bubble, but they're just the constant, the grind. It's hard for 3. I think that was the hardest for me to adjust to. But I feel like it'll be good for you because you don't have to travel at all, which is. I think that if I didn't have to travel as much as I did when back then, I probably would have been a lot better off. But I think like what you're going through at the moment, it's such an exciting time. Wait to watch. I'll be sitting here.
Yeah, no, it is exciting, and I think, like excluding the travel, it's still, I guess, a pretty full-on schedule. The schedule's just got announced today, so it's, like 3 games a week, which is quite different to the WNBL. I'm used to playing like 1 or 2 games a week, so that's going to be, I guess, something to adjust to. But yeah, like training camp's going to go pretty fast. I think it's already 4 days in. So yeah, it's already gone super quick. But yeah, that's probably the hardest thing that'll be like for me to adjust to, just the physicality of it all, as well as playing so many games, kind of back to back in a sense.
Yeah, you'll be right. I think you're fit and you're strong, and you've got the right body type for it. I think you'll be right. I think you'll thrive in it. And, every game you'll find yourself doing new things, getting better. And again, you can't underestimate what it does for you as an athlete when you've got players around you that are actually as good as what they are. So, you'll learn. And because you're such an intelligent person as well, I think that you'll just soak everything up. And I'm really looking forward to the WNBL season because I think you're going to come back here and dominate. And that to me is, just so I can't wait, because I love the way that you play. I love the way you move. And I think being able to see it at home after this massive learning experience, I think, I mean, you know how I feel about you as an athlete and a person. I think that, you know, it's his time to shine, so they say.
Thanks, LJ.
Yeah.
So you were in Seattle. Like, I haven't had a lot of, I guess, a chance to explore Seattle. I was there for a week before coming here, but what was it like in Seattle for you? Like, how was living there? Just experience the fans. How was all of that?
Yeah, look, I love Seattle. It's really funny. My last couple of years, because I was quite injured in my last couple of years with the Seattle Storm, and I remember spending a lot of time in my apartment watching Grey's Anatomy and, you know, trying to search for my apartment under the Space Needle.
Yeah, I just started watching that like a couple of weeks ago, so great show.
And anyway, so I sort of stopped watching it when I left Seattle because it was too painful for me to watch. And I really, you know, the way that my career ended and everything, I just didn't want anything to take me back to those feelings that I had, you know, when I was going through all the injuries and the end of my career and everything. And about 2 days ago, I started watching Grey's again here at home with the boys, not so much with the boys. They're playing Lego and, you know, getting into things they shouldn't be getting into.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's been funny. I've been reminiscing a lot about the last few years of my career in Seattle and the city itself. And yeah, I miss it. I miss it so much. And I'm so envious that you get to be, you know, you get to start your career and be over there and play over there. It's such a great organization. The fans are just the best. And I think for me personally, the city itself was just, I think it might be my favorite city in the world.
Yeah.
And the music.
It is really nice, yeah. The music is good.
The music, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I only got a week there, but even in that time, there's like so much that I wanted to see. But I guess, you know, with like COVID restrictions, a lot of things weren't open. But it's such a nice city. Like, I definitely, you know, want to go back there and actually be able to just, you know, immerse myself into that, you know, living style, the fans as well. I heard the Seattle fans are great, and, you know, although they don't get to be there in person, it'll be great for them to be able to watch games on League Pass, whether it's on TV as well. So just, yeah, having a chance for them to do that, it will be great.
It will be. And, you know, next year it's just going to create a real air of excitement around the team and everything next year. I think, you know, with Stewie back, you know, you're looking at more championships, you're looking at more success. And I think that, you know, the future is just so exciting for Seattle and the athletes that they've got, including yourself, obviously. So, you know, and there's such an Aussie flavour there as well. So, yeah, just love it and enjoy it. And I'm going to come over with my kids one day and watch you play courtside. Alicia, make sure you get me those seats. Thank you very much.
I'm sure she will. She's actually my roommate, so it's been good to get to know Alicia. Yeah. But yeah, speaking about Aussies, obviously Sammy's in my team, and, you know, you played for the national team as well. So I guess what was your favourite memory, I guess like at a junior level as well as a senior, of playing for Australia and representing your country?
For playing for Australia and representing Australia, I'd say, look, there were so many great things that we were able to achieve with the national team when we were playing. So there were, I mean, obviously the World Championship, the gold medal was just incredible. It would have been so much nicer if we got to beat America in that game, but we beat Russia for that gold.
Yeah.
And then I'd say being able to hold the flag in 2012 at the opening ceremony, that was just one of the most special sort of things that I was ever able to achieve. You know, nobody will ever really be able to take that away from me. And that's something that I, you know, will cherish for the rest of my life. So, yeah, it's really, I guess the friendships, you know, I think the legacy over the years of what the Opals have been able to achieve and will be able to continue to achieve in the future. I think you don't ever stop being an Opal. I think, you know, we ride the highs and lows with you girls, and yeah, it's nice. It's lovely.
Yeah, it is. It's exciting. And obviously you're doing like a lot of work with being the head of women in basketball in Australia, and obviously, you know, being a big part of Australia hosting the 2022 World Cup. So yeah, what do you see for the future of Australian women's basketball, and how's that looking?
Well, I think, you know, women's sport in general is starting to lift and people are really starting to take notice, you know, and I think it's basketball's time in Australia to you sort of step up to the plate and, you know, start promoting and I guess start showcasing women's basketball, you know, in our country. And I keep sort of going back saying we've got a great history and, you know, we've been around for a long, long time, but, you know, and we've been able to ride the highs and lows as well. So, of sport. So I think moving forward, you know, we, as an ex-player and now as an administrator, I just want to help, you know, drive the sport and take it to somewhere it's never been before. And, you know, every day it's a grind, every day it's a battle, and there's always new challenges and things that you have to face. But it's like being on the court as well. You just, you just sort of ride the highs and the lows of it, and you just got to keep pushing. And, you know, I think that, you know, being an athlete, being a professional athlete definitely helped me deal with that. I think, you know, stepping into World Post Basketball, I think I can sort of take on anything after being a professional athlete. You can. It's so hard. It's such a difficult task, and you become resilient. And I think that's just what's happened. So very exciting. I can't wait to, you know, again, lead the WNBL next couple of years and just do what you girls want. Take the sport where we need to get it.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we're pretty lucky to have you on board. Obviously, you've done great things for not just like Australian basketball, just basketball in general. So lucky to have someone like you on board for that. That's
yeah, it's a bit of work. There's a bit of work to do, but it will get there.
It will. Yeah. I guess like with you being in Seattle, other than I guess missing like obviously family and friends, what was something that you missed? Being in the WNBA, what was something that you missed in Australia?
Well, look, I had a mate named Brad, and he ran the Kangaroo and Kiwi bar in Seattle. I don't know if they've moved it. It used to be on Aurora.
Okay, I've heard about it, but yeah, haven't.
And I think they moved to Belltown. I can't remember.
Okay, yeah.
But so that was sort of toward the end of my career, and they literally had every single meat pie. They had Vegemite on toast. They had every single Australian thing that I could ever want there. So after games, there were years where we'd play games and both teams would end up back at the Aussie or Kangaroo and Kiwi bar, and we would just, you know, drink beer and eat meat pies and do things that you really shouldn't. Ballard. Someone just said they're in Ballard. Yeah, they are in Ballard. You're right. And yeah, it was just the time of my life. Like I really had the time of my life in Seattle because of the people around. And, you know, there was a Seahawk, not a Seahawk. One of the Mariners guys was Australian, Ryan Roland-Smith. I think he's still over there. So we'd all get together and, ask Sue about, you know, the days at the pub. It was awesome. So I miss my family, I miss my friends, but I had just the time of my life when I was playing in Seattle because it became home, you know, and that'll probably happen for you too.
Yeah, and no, I've heard like it's kind of similar to Melbourne in a way. So just that living style, the weather, obviously, definitely rains and shines, you know, in less than 24 hours, like Melbourne. But no, it's been good. I don't think I'm not missing anything at the moment. And obviously, you know, I'm not really a Vegemite person, so I won't say that I miss that. But yeah, other than that, everything else is pretty much, you know, here, like, just training facilities and just the team as well. So yeah, it's been good.
Yeah. It'll be cool. It'll be great when you get back there.
Yeah, it will be. For the last few minutes, I think we're going to take a few questions from the fans. So if you see any that you want to answer, that I might just scroll through and see if anyone has any questions. Just feel free to pop them in the chat. Let's see. All right, sorry, I just got to scroll back a bit far.
Yeah.
All right, well, people are asking questions. I might ask you another one. All right, so I guess what's something about Seattle that surprised you when you first arrived?
Something about Seattle that surprised me. Not too much can surprise me. I think what probably surprised me the most was just how quickly I fell in love with the place. So, you know, everybody who knows anything about me knows that I'm a bit of a homebody. I love just, you know, being comfortable and in my own space. And Seattle, I fell in love with straight away. And, you know, to this day, I still have dreams about it. Like I said, you know, I've been sort of a little bit nostalgic lately. And I think it's just, yeah, how quickly I fell in love with the place and the music scene. And the other thing is too, when Aussie bands go there, you know, you meet a lot of great Australian musicians and things because they're over there touring, and you get to go to their gigs and hang out with them, and that'll be stuff that you'll do, and it, you know, it's so cool. It's just a different life, you know.
Yeah, it will be. I'm excited to, you know, get immersed, I guess, in the whole Seattle experience. But someone asked you, why number 15?
Oh, well, that was my mother's number. So when my mum represented Australia, that was her number. And it also became my number because I wanted to be just like my mum. So,
yeah. All right, another question. LJ, hardest WNBA players that you've played against?
The hardest WNBA players I've played against, I'd probably... Look, I definitely think Sylvia Fowles would be one of them. She always, because she was so strong, you know, it was very so strong and so athletic. It was very difficult to sort of get around her, especially in my later years, because I was, you know, I was a bit injured and stuff. So she was always a really tough task for me because I couldn't push her around like I did other people. Yeah. And she's also a legendary human being as well. So, you know, I just wanted to talk. You know, like, you know, when you're around and you're playing against people that you really like, it's hard sometimes to focus. And she was one of those people for me. So she's a good girl. And who else? Well, obviously the rivalry with Lisa Leslie, you know, that made that always exciting and tough. But she, you know, she's one of the pioneers of our sport and great athlete. So I'd probably say those two. Yep.
Yep. All right, we'll get in 2 more questions before we have to end the live. So second last one, the favorite part of your retirement ceremony?
That was sad. Probably just seeing all my, you know, like I think Anne Donovan spoke, which was really lovely. You know, I think Sue's speech definitely, you know, she's so funny and so articulate. So that was pretty funny. But I think just being back in Seattle for it, you know, the whole experience was great. I was pregnant with Harry at the time, and I think I was sort of, again, I was just sort of all over the shop, but it was lovely. Yeah. Yeah.
It would have been great, you know, just to get back there and, you know, be in front of the fans, in front of, you know, past teammates as well. So that would have been great for you to get back there. And last question, what's your favorite basketball moment? So a game moment.
Game moment. I'm going to tell you something funny. I think it was my first or my second year in the WNBA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I shot the ball in the wrong basket in one of my WNBA games, which was on ESPN against Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it went in? It counted?
Yeah, it was off a free throw. I boxed out, I got the rebound, and I put it back in. That was not my favorite moment. In fact, it might have been my worst moment. But, yeah, I just thought I'd throw that one at you. We all have those days.
We all do, yeah. It's okay. No, I'm sure no one even remembers that. So
well, I did hear that it was on Canada's funniest home videos or something in sport or something. Funniest videos in sport, yeah. But that was many, many years ago. So Yes, I was the
I'll
butt of
have
a few
to.
jokes around that period of time, but we all are at some point.
Yeah, we all are. I'll have to search it up and see if it's still on the internet.
No, I don't. I don't know why I actually said that.
All right. Well, that was the last question, but thanks so much for, I guess, talking to me and, you know, giving me insight on your WNBA career and your rookie season. It's been, you know, super helpful. And I've, you know, lucky to have you as part of, you know, women's sport in Australia as well. So thank you so much.
Oh, good on you, Ezi. Good luck and kick butt over there, girl.
Thanks, LJ. Have
Make
a good
us
day.
proud. See you,
Yeah.
kid. Bye.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Hopefully you get to, I guess, tune into a few WNBA games. But yeah, really excited to meet you all. Thanks, guys.